Hello and welcome back to Tales from the Age of Men. And we have a perk point to spend in scouting skill. Now, scouting obviously isn't the most, biggest priority, shall we say, right now. However, what I'd actually like to try to get, which I'm not entirely sure if it's even going to be possible anymore, but I'd like to get keen sight. I don't know, as I say, probably not going to be possible because we're still going to be increasing our intelligence by yet another point. We need 7 points in that to be able to make medicine its fullest potential it can be, and obviously engineering as well to a certain degree. But yeah, I'm actually quite surprised we've gotten engineering to 207 so fast in comparison to medicine, where I've had medicine at 5 focus points for pretty much what, 98% of the playthrough, but engineering has only recently just gotten 5 focus points, but yet they are almost at the same level. It just goes to show that generally having a lot of units, for example, playing Uruks or playing Gondor or playing someone like that, is going to have a much bigger impact on your medicine capability to level up, because most of the elves are probably going to survive, and in general you do mostly have lower troops. You have lower possibilities of gaining that, of gaining the medicine skill at least. Anyway, we're going to be going for tracker here, despite the fact that plus 20% track visibility duration. This system is unfortunately not very good in the game. It would be kind of cool if you could sort of roleplay as a tracker or something like that, but generally the tracking system and the tracks and so on and so forth, it's kind of a thing that doesn't really work. In Warband, it worked a little bit better, in my opinion, because it did allow you to kind of see where a party has gone and what kind of size the party was. But in Bannerlord, it doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel particularly useful. So for me personally, I'd love to just see the tracks system just completely be obliterated and just have, increases to party speed and stuff like that in its place. That would be nice. But anyway, here we go. We are here at Edoras. I know, look at that. I'm actually, trying to take something that's kind of important. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to eliminate Dol Guldur. Obviously, this is kind of a bit difficult. I'm not sure if it's even going to be possible, to be honest. It feels to me like this is probably going to be undoable. Did this just get to... Ah, yes. Okay, yeah. So basically what happened here, do you know what happened here? Well, it's Isengard. Yes. Isengard took this back. It was Ugluk himself. Ugluk has decided to come out of the woodwork, as it were, and he has an insanely large army. He has 1,200 units. And I thought to myself, oh, he's probably going to take Stoberg back, isn't he? And yes, indeed, he is, or has. He has done that. So it is going to be very, very difficult for us to kind of try to take that back. Maybe not that bad, obviously, but yeah. Anyway, the point is, we had some issues in the previous episode. Obviously, the enemy was attempting, well, they were attempting to take Dol Guldur, right? And we had to do a siege defense. Now, the siege defense was very, very difficult because, as someone very rightfully mentioned, it has to do with the enemy lords having such an insane amount of medicine skill. And so as a result, the opposing troops, they gain significant, and I'm talking about massive amounts of survival. What is going on here with all these trolls? Okay, well, this is... What is it? What is this? What is this? This is actually insane. What's really funny, though, is that generally, as I said before, if there are no vassals here, we are probably going to be okay. It feels to me like we're probably going to be fine, because if there are no vassals, that means that they cannot provide medicine skill to their forces, and we're probably going to have a much easier time of things, as you see here, absolutely slaughtering through these guys. And indeed, we are able to kill them in 2 hits instead of 4 hits, because with the increased HP that the medicine skill was giving, I literally couldn't kill people in 1 hit. I had to take, 2, 3, 4 hits to kill 1 person. And that was making a huge difference to the overall, the overall damage that our forces were taking. It was absolutely staggering. I was very, very surprised, and I was extremely perplexed because I couldn't think of it. I didn't think about the medicine skill. And yeah, there you go. Someone in the comments, you were 100% right. Absolutely 100% right. So very, very nice there. And thank you for letting me know as well, because I didn't think of that at all. And now that's going to be yet another one of those things that I'm going to have to kind of take into account, you know? I have to be like, oh yeah, what about this guy? Does he have medicine skill? We need to check that, you know? We need to check that. The question is, I'm not entirely sure if we're going to be seeing that be removed in a future a future version, because obviously the modding team have been very, very proactive in regards to, you know, receiving feedback and changing things accordingly and so on. And generally, yeah, I think probably medicine skill is probably going to see some changes too, or at the very least is going to see the vassals in question that actually have the medicine skill be really, really high at the moment. It's probably going to be changed so that they don't have such a high level, because otherwise we're going to have, well, absolute tanks across the board pretty much. As long as there's a vassal in there with however much medicine skill, they're probably going to be completely unstoppable for the most part. But yeah, anyway, that was actually the reason why we were having so many issues and why we literally almost lost. It was basically down to the wire, wasn't it? So yeah, anyway, we should be fine here. Let's actually just see. I'm just gonna see if I can maybe do some damage to these guys and try to get them out of the way as quickly as possible, because they are going to be quite annoying otherwise. Here we go. Yes, yes, very good, very good. Yes, I like it. Okay, so obviously we've seen a huge amount of Rohan units as well. Oh yeah, by the way, this is a full garrison. You know, this is literally a full garrison. It is not starved out in any way, because there are just so many food supplies. It's just absolutely impossible for us to do anything with there. So I'm going to have to, as I said, I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned, very, very annoying, difficult way. But thankfully we did eliminate the walls, of course. But that's a double-edged sword in itself, if you'll excuse the pun, because we are now having a situation. If we do manage to take this, which it does look as though we are going to be able to, as you see here, we've literally only lost 15 people thanks to our medicine skill. Seems like we're actually doing significant amounts to basically contribute to our overall success here just by existing. It's not really, I mean, yeah, sure, I have killed 159 people, which is a significant amount, but we also have the fact that our forces are not actually dying. They're not taking fatal damage thanks to our medicine skill. Very, very useful. But obviously after this, the double-edged sword is going to be that the walls are down. The walls are down, and we are going to have to face, oh yeah, you guessed it, some enemies that will immediately go in, because they cannot, there's just no point for them to hold back, is there? I mean, what is the point in them holding back? There isn't any, because they just they have the walls down, you know, because we've taken the walls down, and we haven't had the opportunity to repair it just yet. So that's very, very much making a difference. Okay, so as you can see, there you go. Every single person has been eliminated. Now we can retreat, and we can go in for the auto-resolve, because that's the only way we can eliminate the enemy forces. Because as you can see, there's just 9 remaining. Okay, so 150 renown. Very, very nice. That is good. And yeah, I'm going to be taking all the prisoners, of course. Yeah, very, very true, by the way. Someone recommended, suggested, whatever you want to call it, getting a point in roguery skill, or getting a couple of points in roguery skill. Yeah, that's a good point. You know, it's a good idea. Absolutely 100% good idea. Probably going to be something I'll do, because there isn't anything else that we really want to go for. I mean, we could go for tactic skill, of course. Tactic skill is pretty cool. But apart from that, roguery is definitely the only other option. I don't think charm skill is really going to come into it that much. But yeah, this is what we're going to take. We're going to be going for Fortitude Tonic here, which does allow us to increase the HP of other heroes in our party by 10, which obviously is just our companions, which, well, all intents and purposes, that's not really going to be significantly powerful, but it's still somewhat decent, I guess. And otherwise, we're just going to be getting 5 HP. Now, you do have Cheat Death as well, which does allow you to have a minus 50% chance to die when you fall unconscious in battle, and also Cheat Death due to old age once. So technically you could do that as well if you wanted to, but I'm going to go for Fortitude Tonic, because I'm going to aim not to die, but sometimes obviously there are cases where that's just literally going to You can't avoid it. Sometimes you just cannot avoid death, no matter what. No matter how much you might want to. Anyway, we need food. Yeah, we need food, and thankfully this particular place has loads and loads of food. So we should be completely fine here. I just need to be a little bit careful about going over encumbered. I'm gonna just buy all of this stuff just for a heap of variety. Thank you very much. There we go. How much do they actually have here? Because I do have 401,000, which is kind of cool. I did disband the army, by the way. The main reason why I did that is because of Leoric. I feel like he probably would do quite nicely to get us a little bit of extra cash just by eliminating enemy vassals in the area. And he is pretty good at that, apparently. So I was kind of thinking to myself, yeah, we will just do that. You know, we'll just do that. Because if he does that, then we're going to be gaining additional cash. As you can see right here, our caravan and party income is 3,600, which is actually pretty nice. So otherwise, apart from that, we could go for Oldburg here, or we could go for Morlad. I'm thinking we maybe go for Morlad and then come back and do Oldburg. That could be the way to go. The problem is, yeah, I mean, we're still having issues, you see, because obviously, oh wait, they took that back too? Are you serious? Okay, well that's actually pretty bad. Wait, what's he doing? Why is he all the way back there? Okay, the outpost, I see, the outpost was taken back. Okay, so the enemy is there. Okay, so the big army is there. So I actually wonder, this settlement is rebelling. Look at this. This settlement is rebelling. So that is actually perfect. So what we're going to do... this settlement is also rebelling. Okay, that is perfect. That is actually really, really nice. What we're going to do is I'm actually going to go to Helm's Deep. I'm literally going to go to Helm's Deep. Yep. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go. Because we know for a fact that Ugluk's army, if we are correct about it, you know, our assumption that he's actually over there, he's very far away. It's going to take him an insane amount of time to get over here. And I personally doubt he's going to be able to do anything. So, yeah, I personally doubt he's going to be able to do anything by getting back here, that is. I don't think he's going to have the time to get back here, defend, and do all that wonderful stuff too. I would love to be able to take Orthanc itself, but obviously they have literally 1,270 militia in there, which is just absolutely bonkers. Not entirely sure how we're going to do that, but as I said, we're probably going to have to call for an army that is insanely large to be able to make that work. Probably at least 500 people, 600, 700. And I'm not talking about 1,000 here. I'm talking about 500 elves. Maybe two. That's the thing. I think 250 elves would probably be able to do it. Potentially, that might be the way to go. But yeah. Anyway, let's just get a little bit, a couple of trebuchets right here. A couple of trebuchets, and yeah. Yeah, can you believe that there was literally, well, I don't know whether I should say this actually, but no, you know what, I'm not going to say it. But it was about the pronunciation of trebuchet. Because obviously in the past I've joked around and said things like trebuchet, you know, trebuchet, but I've never heard it said trebuchet. Trebuchet. Why is that's surely not the way to say it, right? Have I been saying it wrong this entire time? I don't think so. But maybe. Who knows? Anyway, the point is, we will, I think, probably bombard the walls. Or... I actually wonder. I could technically starve them out without bombarding the walls. I could just bombard the walls after the fact. But the question is, do we want to take it and then have the walls be destroyed? Or do we just want to take it thanks to the fact that the garrison is going to get starved out very easily? Well, we'll see. We'll see. Alright, so look at what we got going on here. This is literally the entire strategy that I wanted to go for here. And we are literally just going to go in for an auto-resolve. And boom, there you go. Instantaneous victory just from hitting the button. That is it. Now we can obviously take every single troop for selling if we want to do that. And on top of that, well, we get very small amounts of loot, but that doesn't really matter. But we've taken it. As you can see, look at this. We took this extremely quickly. Now, the question is, are we even going to have any militia? That's the problem here now, you see, because I'm kind of wondering, are militia even available at Helm's Deep? Because it feels to me like that's probably not the case. So the question is, you know what? You know what? I'm actually going to do something a little bit weird here. Going to take these prisoners. I'm going to take the these fellows as well. The Ithilian Ranger Elites. And what we're going to do is we're going to donate them to the garrison. I'm just going to wait here for some time because we are going to have this situation happen now. They are going to come in here. This is 774. This is actually 774. And these are Dunland, okay? Now, we've not fought these fellows ever before, as far as I can tell. So this is going to be kind of interesting, I think. It's going to be kind of dangerous. But yeah, obviously the walls have not been destroyed, right? So, wait, where are the... Oh, there they are. Okay, fantastic. We can actually see the anchor points on these ones, so this is nice. So we can immediately get those going. And you know what's going to be hilarious here? If we can actually bait them or get them into a, shall we say, a situation where they build their siege engines, like building battering rams, siege towers, you know, all the standard stuff. If we can get them into doing that, instead of going for a ranged domination battle or trying to get, you know, trying to get a one-over on our catapults, then we are probably going to end up achieving victory very, very easily. Oh, he's actually okay. He only built a battering ram. He only built a battering ram. Okay. I don't know about you, but I think that is a huge mistake. I think that's extremely, extremely bad for him. Well, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens. But this is... I highly doubt he's going to be able to do anything here. Because what's going to happen is our catapults are going to destroy the enemy's battering ram. And then they're going to have very few ways of being able to enter the keep without having to go up these very, very small ladders. And where are the ladders? Well, look at the damage. Do you see that damage right there? You see that damage? That's from our catapults. It's actually insane how good the catapults are. And they're going to be reloading, and they're going to be doing another little bombardment here, and they're going to try to do... Yeah, look at that. More damage coming in. And they're going to do more, because we've got 4 of them. You know, we've got a literal 4 of them, and they're going to be destroying every single... Look at this. We've killed not 100. We've killed 81 so far. Right? 81 so far, and the enemy's battering ram is looking very, very damaged already. And look at what's happening. Look at this. They are just getting absolutely slaughtered. This is exactly what I thought would happen here. Because this is generally what will actually happen. If you decide that you're going to go in, and this is the reason why I always try to destroy the catapults if at all possible, because if you have to wait outside for any reason whatsoever, you will have a situation like this where the enemy is just going to bombard you with their catapults, and it won't really make much difference. They are just going to slaughter you every single time. 125 deaths, and they haven't even gone in here. They literally have done nothing. But look, the battering ram is still going. As soon as this is destroyed, which it is now, as you can see, they are going to charge in. Okay, they are actually charging in. Kind of interesting. I think they're probably going to be retreating very, very soon. In my opinion, at least, I think they're probably going to retreat. Let's bring out my bow real fast, see if I can maybe do some damage with this. Nope, that's no damage. Okay, some damage. I obviously have very little bow skill, unfortunately, which is not really great. That has been lagging behind quite dramatically, but... yeah, not much I could do about that. Generally, the best way to level up bow skill... Oh no, we're actually getting ourselves killed by our own catapults now. That's pretty awful. But yeah, the best way to level up bow skill is literally to do field battles and just make really, really difficult shots over and over. That's literally the best way to go about it. Now, unfortunately, these fellows do have a bunch of vassals, so I'm assuming that these vassals have medicine skill. I don't actually know whether that is the case, because I didn't look at them all, but I'm going to assume that is. So that's going to be a problem. That's going to mean that every single one of these enemies that we're fighting right now is going to be extremely tanky. Funnily enough, it doesn't seem like that's the case. It does seem as though they are being eliminated very quickly, so maybe they don't have massive medicine skill, which would be very, very nice if they don't. But so far, we're actually doing okay, you know, not too bad. Ah, please. Could you stop shooting at us? We're literally taking damage just purely because the enemy, oh well, shall we say not the enemy, but the allies are shooting the enemy over here. And that's the reason why we're taking damage. I think I need to do something about this. How do I actually do that though? That's the question. How do I make it so that they don't shoot us over here? I guess the only thing I could do is I could jump down there. That would be a really bad idea though, obviously. Yeah, as you can see, this is really bad. I'm not sure why they're doing that actually. Ha, they all have shields as well. That's going to be extremely difficult if we do decide to jump out there. As you can see, massive damage coming in, massive damage coming in. Unfortunately, it is actually killing us right now. We are actually dying as a result of the catapult doing this really weird friendly fire thing. Really don't need that. Oh, they are retreating. Okay, so as you can see, there you go. That's the retreat. They have eliminated... Well, they would have eliminated basically 2 people if our catapult hadn't been murdering us, you know, in the meantime. Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know what to tell you, really, about that. That's just... it's classic Bannerlord stuff, isn't it? So we could just move on with that. And we'll take all these guys prisoner. Yes, let's take all of them prisoner. Make sure that they are not ever going to rival us again. And I will take all of the looters as well. And you may be thinking, well, why are you taking the looters? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? You know the reason. It's because I'm going to be putting them in the garrison. And, yeah, they've got some pretty good stuff, actually, surprisingly enough. Anyway, we're going to go and sell all our prisoners, I think for the most part. There are going to be a couple. Let me see. Oh, really? There aren't? Okay, I was actually kind of hoping that they would be eligible for conversions and stuff like that, but apparently not. A bit weird. Let's put that guy in there. Let's see. Okay, so there's nothing there. We can actually go here and sell some stuff if they have... Yeah, they do. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's sell all of that. We could sell some things here as well. Just a little bit. And then we can go... probably sell the prisoners now. Don't really see the point in not doing that. There we go. Okay, so there's 87,000. So now technically I could get this guy. I think he's probably going to be really, really good at leading a... he's Haradrim though. I don't really want to... I don't really want to take companions that are from other factions, if I'm honest, even though it's, you know, in my opinion, okay to sort of do that, considering it's very random, but I don't know. I'm going to leave it for now, but if we do find a companion that is from a lore-accurate faction, then, you know, or culture, shall we say, then I'll do that. Anyway, we are going to get a little bit stuck here when we leave, unfortunately. Oh, no, we're not. Never mind. Okay, no, we didn't. Okay, yeah, so, because technically if you end the siege... prematurely and you're spawning here, you're gonna get stuck. So yeah, that's been fixed, by the way, in future versions, so nothing really to worry about there. Edoras has been taken back, which is to be expected. I didn't have any you know, any qualms about taking that because I knew that it was going to get taken back. And look at what they've done. Look at what is happening here. They have placed basic... They have no militia at all. They have no militia. That's absolutely amazing. This is perfect. We might even be able to take Isengard outposts. What do you think? Shall we try to take the Isengard outpost? I'm kind of switching my strategy now, because my strategy initially was to eliminate Dol Guldur, which is still possible. Because you could see here, look at how easy it's going to be. You know what? I'm going to go to these places and I'm just going to go and take them. Okay, so we have a situation here. It is Ugluk himself versus us, and obviously they do have the garrison here as well, helping out a little bit. Now, I am a little bit concerned by the fact that I'm not entirely sure how many trolls do they have. Let me actually just see. Okay, so what I can see here is I cannot see any trolls at all. Yes. Okay, that's a little bit worrying, because that means that if he does actually have 486 total, I'm only hoping that he has troops that are terrible, right? I guess that's going to be our... that's going to be our main hope, you know? That's going to be our main thing that we hope for, yeah. And, yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Now, I'm actually just going to be taking every single person under my wing here. Yeah, kind of. Let's put her over there on the archers. I think that's probably going to be slightly better. Ooh, are you seeing what I'm seeing? This is absolutely perfect. Wait a minute, wait a minute. We've got loads. We've got loads of potential here. All right, yeah, so considering this is actually a cavalry-focused army, surprisingly enough, you know? So what we're going to do is we're going to go here. And we are immediately just going to go like this. We're just going to go with one group this time. Just one group, because I'm going to be playing extremely defensively. We're not going to be super, you know, offensive at all. And all we're going to do is just going to stay in square formation. I'm going to try to protect the archers as best as I possibly can. Obviously, the archers are going to come over here. I'm going to put them into a loose formation as well. Then the cavalry could just follow me. I think that's probably what we're going to do. And the enemy is going to come up here. Now, if we can make our way like so... As you can see, wow, they have so many cavalry. It's actually insane. Yeah, but these guys are obviously all outriders. Most of them are all outriders, so we shouldn't really have to worry too much about them. But obviously, as you can see... Oh, no, this guy has really good medicine skill, doesn't he? I should have checked his medicine skill. That's bad. That's very bad. Well, I can just try. That's all I can do. I can just try. Oh, I am actually killing people in one hit here, so maybe they don't have medicine skill. Yeah, no, maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay. Let's tell these guys to charge in. Tell these guys to charge in. The archers can just wait where they are and just do whatever. But yeah, you can see here, these veteran outriders, they are not really going to have much in the way of pretty much anything. They're going to be very easy to kill. They're not going to do that much damage. And I can only hope that that is going to see us through this entire insane encounter, because I don't really know how that's going to go, but so far things are going okay, but obviously that doesn't mean anything, you know? That does not mean anything at all. Okay. Yeah, a little bit worried. A little bit worried. I am actually killing things, don't worry, I am actually killing things, but little bit dangerous. There we go. I think I killed one of the enemy lords, potentially. Let's kill this Gondor elite. Thank you very much. The Gondor elites are surprisingly good, in my opinion. And... okay, we're good. We're losing a handful of people right now, which is to be expected, of course, after such a significant amount of time in combat. There we go. Nice. Okay, are they actually running? Are they actually running right now? If they're running, then we need to consolidate. Okay, let's consolidate real quick. I think they are actually running. Nice. Nice. Good hit. Okay, perfect. Let's just try to continue doing damage here. Obviously, if I am at full HP or near full HP, I should be aggressive. That's what I should do. I should be as aggressive as I possibly can in my pursuit of murder. Yes. The question is, do I have the ability to stay alive against such an overwhelming amount of cavalry forces? Because they could potentially come at me with a polearm and do massive damage in one fell swoop. The question is if they're going to do that. I don't know. It doesn't seem as though that is the case. As you can see, they do seem to be a little bit more concerned with using slashing attacks, which is pretty good for me. So I shouldn't have to worry too much about it. Let's tell my people to charge in once again. My cavalry are also already charging, I believe, so I don't need to worry about them at all. Yeah, there we go. And we can maybe kill that guy. There we are. Now let's just wait in there a little bit. Okay, yeah, we don't even need to worry about that. As you can see, we have significant advantage here. Absolutely huge advantages. The question remains, though, is this actually possible? Are we actually going to be able to defeat every single enemy troop? I think so. They don't have any trolls, which was very, very strange for me. I don't know why he doesn't. But maybe he's trying something different, you know? Maybe he's trying a different composition. Whoa. What's going on with the sound? Did you hear that? Okay. Look, sounds like the sound is messing up somehow. I'm not entirely sure what that's about. Alright, I'm gonna probably restart the game after this. It's probably gonna need that. And are they actually running? The question is, are they actually running? I don't know. If they are, then it's gonna be kind of interesting. Yeah, that is a really, really weird sound bug. I'm not entirely sure what causes that, to be honest. I'm sorry about that if you're hearing that too. Maybe it's just me. I'm not entirely sure, but I think you are probably hearing it, and that is very annoying, so I'm sorry about that. Anyway, we will hopefully be able to achieve victory here. It looks as though we have them on the run, basically, at this point, so I don't think we should really worry about anything. Alright, so there you go, 200 renown it was. The sound bug was absolutely destroying me. I have no idea. Is it something that the Uruks are using or something like that? Because this is the first time we've actually fought against the... Well, actually, no, it isn't. Never mind. I don't know why I always say that. Oh, yes, this is the first time we've fought against the Uruks. No, it's actually the 5th, 17th time. I don't actually know how many times we've fought them, but... We do not need to... I don't think it is anything to do with the Uruks themselves, but some weird things going on with the sound. That's all I can say. Anyway, we are just going to level these guys up. 13,000, very, very nice. I'm not going to take any prisoners because I am actually attempting to take this castle just now, and I want to be as fast as possible after the fact, so we're just going to move on straight away. 69,000. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah, I think I'm literally just going to donate everything that we have here, with the exception of the food. I could take the food. There we go. Let's take some food there. Do we have anything else that we want to take? I mean, I could take some wargs if I wanted to. The question is... No, we have a herding problem at the moment, so having that is pointless. So, I think we're going to get rid of a couple of camels. There we go, already kind of fixed it. There we go. Nice, nice. The herding problem has disappeared. And there we go. 69,000 experience for our forces. That's actually pretty good. You know, generally, whenever I see something like maybe larger than 50,000, I can get behind that. But if there's anything less than that, it always feels like a bit of a waste to let the money just go away, you know, because obviously that was a significant amount of cash. So technically we could have, I guess we could have taken it, but I think my money situation is kind of stabilizing a little bit now, so I don't think we really need to worry too much about it. At least that's the hope. Anyway, we are going to go straight in here. That's it. Just straight in, a huge aggression here. That was my plan the entire time, to literally come over here and just go straight in to the castle without waiting for anything, because they have such a small garrison here, even smaller now because we've obviously eliminated quite a few of them. It's just going to be super, super nice and easy. For some reason, I opened that up. I don't know why. Okay, let's go up here. Let's try to... Ooh. Oh, really? Are you serious? You used that against my ladder? Oh, yeah, well, you know, that happens. Okay, here we go, here we go. Hopefully the sound bug won't happen again. I'm kind of betting on it not happening again, but if it does, then I will definitely restart the game. I know that that happened in Pandora as well, but that's a completely different game. So it's very, very surprising. Okay, yeah, we should be absolutely fine here. These fellows do not have a vassal inside here. As you can see, they are just getting absolutely slaughtered. Unfortunately, they do have shields, and that is making things a bit uncomfortable for us personally, because I'm unable to slash as best as I can. I'm going to use their bodies as cover for the arrows, so I will never get shot, or hopefully never get shot at least. Nice, 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 nice. And there we have it. I believe that is indeed a victory for us. Oh, that guy's still alive? How is that guy still alive? What? Did you see that? That was crazy. Alright, well, yeah, anyway, this is indeed a victory for us. Yes. The age-old struggle. Having to destroy people's shields. Yeah, technically I could go for the kick, you know, I could go for the E, you know, that thing. Could go for the kick right there to have them lower their block for a little bit of time, but from what I've seen, that doesn't really work very well for me. But also, the others all had their shields up, so even if I were to slice through one, I wouldn't be able to kill the others at the same time. So that would be a little bit uncomfortable, but there you go. Okay, so that is indeed a victory for us. Look at that, another 78 renown for us. Are we actually even going to be able to take... Are we going to be able to take Isengard itself? I don't think so, right? I don't think we're going to be able to do that. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of make a bit of a pain of ourselves. Because these fellows, whoever owns Orthanc, is literally swimming in cash. They do not need any money. So yeah, it's going to be kind of harsh for us. We might be able to... I mean, I will definitely probably be able to take Isengard Outpost A. I don't really think we're going to have too many issues with that. But I think the question remains now, where do we want to go next? Because I'm thinking we're probably going to go for Isengard Outpost A, and then we're going to come back here and take Grimslade. I think that sounds pretty good. Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.